Hey everyone, it's your girl Jay, founder of Matters of My Heart and Jay the author, and welcome to our Whenever Happens campaign. And Matters of My Heart is walking into a new space, if you will, where we are now launching a huge, one of our biggest, best programs ever, which is called it's called the Emotional Support Program that we're launching right now, and we're doing something big and different now because I feel like that there's so many people who are out here that are trying to deal with their hurt and their pain alone, and that only keeps us stuck in that place because you really do need a really strong support system. And I know that once you've been hurt, it's hard to trust someone, with that pain because you've been hurt. And that's one of the first things that goes when you're hurt is that you don't trust easily. And so people in your life have to work harder to gain your trust. So that was the reason for me launching this emotional support program. One, because I'm in my never. I've had nevers before, things that I never thought would happen. And I had a support system. So I'm paying it forward. And also I'm taking my pain and making a purpose out of it. I don't want it to be for naught. All of these valuable lessons that I've learned over the years, I want to be able to share that with someone else. So over the next couple of weeks, you will see Blab interviews where I'm talking to other people who have experienced a never in their lives, and they have, offered to share their nevers with the world, and that's brave and that's courageous for them to do that. It's not an easy thing to talk about something that is so vulnerable and make us so vulnerable because we don't know how people are going to respond to it, and that we don't know how people are going to treat us after that, after we reveal that. So, but I'm grateful that I have strong people in my corner that knows the importance of this mission and this movement that I'm starting right now with the emotional support program. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you all to my next interviewee. I met Miss Emily Elizabeth online, as a matter of fact, and she began to share parts of her story with me, and I was just so inspired by her story. And I was like, you know what, I gotta get this on camera. I have to, let people know, because people, when they see her online, and she's such a business mogul and she's a marketing guru, but people don't know her story behind her. They see all the pretty pictures and, all of the professionalism, and all of the entrepreneur. I mean, this lady has all these different businesses that I didn't even know about, but she has a story to tell, and that was something that pushed her to be where she is right now. So I am excited and would love to introduce everyone to Miss Emily Elizabeth. Hi, Emily.
Hey, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. If you're watching the replay,
yes,
however time it is. Hey, how you doing?
So, Emily, tell us just a little bit about yourself.
I am a mompreneur, full-time. I am a visibility consultant and a creative marketing strategist. I help you learn how to monetize your visibility online.
Wow. Love that. And I'm actually working with Emily so some of those great graphics that you see from Matters of My Heart came from Emily. And it was so amazing that you were able to capture the spirit of Matters of My Heart. And all I did was send you, the websites and, my pictures, and you took those words and you were able to, shine out my voice, of Matters of My Heart and the spirit of Matters of My Heart without me having a conversation with you. I just sent you the websites, and then a couple of days later, you sent me 100 memes of oh my God, and I'm going through all of them and I'm loving each and every one. Everyone has more power than the next, and I'm loving it. So you are very great at bringing out, the spirit, the voice of that business, and I appreciate that about you. So welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. So let's jump right into the interview, because I know people are dying to know, what are they talking about? So So, Emily, as I said earlier about matters in my heart, we really deal with the core issue of us, which is our heart. That's, one of the things why I named it Matters of My Heart, because these are things that come out. If you don't deal with that core, then F what you do on the outside, because what's on the inside is going to come out. So we work with the core, and part of that is like, what do you do when a never happens? So what is one of the nevers that you want to share with us today?
I have had so many, because I did not think that my life would be the way that it has been and transpire in so many different outlets to be where I am today. One of my nevers, like I mentioned to you, I never thought I'd be a single mother.
Wow,
It took me a while to get pregnant. I was with my children's father for a year before we ended up conceiving our first child.
Wow.
And then I was 8 months when I found out, my son was 8 months when I found out I was 4 months pregnant. We were together for 5 years through verbal abuse, manipulation, so many different things I was with him with. And I stayed because in the back of my mind, my confidence level, I was 19 when we first got together. He was 34. So that shows you the age gap. That shows you how big of an age gap there was. I didn't think that my self-esteem was really low when we got together. I was, I've already had a past. I was trafficked, married to a drug dealer at 18, 19 men together. And yes, ma'am. And
wait. You can't just say, you just can't run by that like you just didn't say what you just said. Like you said you were trafficked, and I don't know if anyone understands what traffic means.
I didn't even know.
I was a researcher on child trafficking, and so that is for you to be able to stand here today. That not a lot of people make it out of being trafficked or are ever found again.
Trafficked is even crazier because I was stuck in the middle of Georgia in the middle of winter in a trailer with no heater, no hot water, and barely any clothes. I had a pair of shorts, no bed, no blanket, barely any food. And I ended up stealing a phone one night. So one of my other nevers is I never thought I would make it out alive. I stole somebody's phone that night, and my uncle, praise the Lord, just got out of prison after doing 8 years. He heard my voice on the other end of the phone saying, "Oh, I don't know how I had his number, but I had his number from the foster home." And I ran and I grabbed my, the phone that night, and I knew my uncle had just got out, and I said, "Oh, save me." Within a matter of minutes, my uncle had my location, had everything, because my uncle is that type of person. He is a big, his best friend is O.J. Simpson's lawyer. So that tells you where my uncle is.
He has connections,
So those connections saved my life.
Wow.
But I never thought that I've had so much happen to me. I never thought I'd make it out alive. I never thought I would be, a single mother. I never thought that I would be standing here today. To where I'm at right now in my business, because I never had, like I said, my confidence level going through all of this was low until I reached a point where I said, you know what, I'm powerful because I've gone through that stuff and I've made it out and I've made it to where I'm at today. So I must have some type of power inside of me that's keeping me going.
Yeah.
And that's what made me leave my children's father, because I knew, the money was great. He made $1,000 a week to $2,000. Money was great. But, situations like in the middle of the night, one night, I found out he was cheating. I never looked through a man's phone. I've always heard bad stuff. You want to know, ladies, if you want to know, if you want to know what your man is up to and you have an information, expect it to be the worst, because that's what it's going to be. And that's just how I feel.
Absolutely. You're going to find what you're looking for.
Bingo. Exactly.
But be ready before you look.
Exactly.
And be ready to be accountable to what you find.
Exactly.
Don't see it. Yep.
Exactly. That night I picked up that phone, it told me, it said, your lips tasted so sweet. I asked him, I said, what is this? He goes, well, how you know I'm talking about the lips on her face? I'm pregnant now. My son, my oldest one, was just a couple of months old, and I'm pregnant, didn't even know I was pregnant yet, with my second one. So my baby is laying there in the bed. My children's father turns his back over towards me after he says this, and we've been together going on 3 years at this point. But that shows you the kind of verbal abuse that I went through. Because what type of man will lay next to you after 3 years and mother of his child and say something so, horrific? Horrific. It was horrific. I felt so low at that moment, but I still didn't have the self-esteem to leave it alone. So I still stayed 2 more years. Finally, I don't know how it just clicked on me, but I knew I would never get the love that I wanted. I might have had the financial support. I might have known the most stability after being a foster child. That was another one of my nevers. I was a foster child since the age of 10. I was a foster child. So finally, going through all of this, I never thought that I would leave him, and be a single mom. Because money was good, the stability was good, but I knew there was something better for me and my children. Because we needed that true love and understanding, and we wouldn't have that being in that situation. So I left that situation with just the clothes on my back. And
you know what? And sometimes financial stability, sometimes we allow financial stability to trump our mental health stability.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And I did that for 5 years, and finally I couldn't do it no more. I said, this is not what I want. I will never have with him. I would rather go through the struggle with somebody that truly loves me than to have financial stability in a place where there's no love and real happiness.
Right.
So when I found that out, that's when I left it alone. And I came to the point where I'm at today. And doing it, being a single mom and being where I'm at today, and entering into a new relationship recently after 3 years has made me into being the strongest woman I have came to be. I'm strong in many areas of my life. I am strong. I know that the struggle too shall pass, and I might sit there and cry one night and get up the next day and say, I know I got the strength to continue. And it might come times where it's like, how am I going to make the rent this month? But at the same time, I know that through my strength, all shall be, and through my faith. Because most definitely, people ask me, do I believe in God? Yes, definitely. Why am I still standing here today and not depressed, not on drugs, not running rampant? How am I being able to stand here strong today and be able to talk to, the people that I'm able to talk to and touch lives I'm able to touch without faith? It doesn't go hand in hand.
Right.
You cannot live faith through fear. It don't work.
Emily, you said something that I want to touch on just a little bit about being able to be where you are now, because one, you made up your mind that you deserved better. No matter how bad life had been to you with, being trafficked and with, being in an abusive relationship, you still deep down knew that you deserved better.
Definitely. We all do.
You deserve, and you deserve to be loved. You still had that in your mind, regardless of what was coming at you. So you still had that mindset that you deserve better, one. But two, the most powerful thing too that I heard you say is that you were able to love again. So now you're in a relationship where
it's not easy. It's easy. I'm not gonna say that it's easy. It's definitely rocky, but we definitely work through it. It's all
But you took the chance again, though, Emily. Definitely. You took the chance again to be in another relationship. You didn't allow your past, husband, ex-husband to you know, to prohibit you from being into another relationship. And even if this one doesn't last, you're still giving yourself that space to be loved. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women just stop, you know, I don't want to be in a relationship anymore. I know for me, I don't want to be married again. You know, that's my decision. I don't want to be married again. That's how I feel. But it's just amazing. The strength, like you said, you're a strong woman, but people hear that when you speak. You know what I'm saying? I knew that when the first time we talked, there was something about you that I knew would resonate with me. I didn't know exactly at that time. And we were talking business. We never talked anything personal. I saw you online. I hit you up. I wanted to know more about your business, and we set up a call. Definitely. And we were just talking business, but I knew that there was something more. And then you hit me up after our business call to tell me about your life. I'm like, wow, how did I connect with that? How did I connect with her spirit just that quickly? And that is because you have gone through some things that, you know, I had gone through or I had dealt with, and were able to overcome. So I just knew that our business relationship would have a very interesting twist to it, you know, because, you know, the support.
I'm listening, yes. But I'm also going to sell water.
But and that's how our conversations are. Like you breastfeed the child while we on the phone. You be like, you know, washing laundry, cooking dinner. You do like a million things all at the same time, and you never miss a beat. You always come back in the conversation like you had just been, you know what I'm saying? Like you never miss anything. It's amazing to me. And we joke about this every time we talk. It's like, how the hell? Like I'm talking and then you'll come back and just continue on like you never just walked away from it. So it's amazing. You do it all, and I appreciate it.
You know, and I've been an assistant behind the scenes. As far as business goes, I've been an assistant behind the scenes for 10 years. Off and on for 10 years, I worked with business coaches. I've worked with holistic entrepreneurs. I've worked with hands-on entrepreneurs. I've worked with a wide range of people. Yeah. But being an assistant, yes, I might still do projects. But being an assistant, no, my story is too powerful. Yeah. That's another thing we got to figure out in life. You know, first of all, it's, you know, I want to touch base on the impact of energy. If we're around negativity, we're going to continue to be negative.
Absolutely.
But we got to make a choice to step into that positive light. And no matter how hard it gets, you know, continue in that positive light. You know, and then the second thing is when we feel we can't go no further, just take one more step. And if you can't take one more step that day, okay, shut it down for that day. But continue to get back up the next day and make another step, and make another step, and make another step, because all those tiny little steps will make a big impact in the end. And then number 3 is if you have to be positive, you have to be, you know, able to continue walking, and you have to say, okay, if this is my story, I'm gonna live my story. And if God has blessed you with a story, choose to tell your story. Yes, others are gonna look at you. And others are gonna feel something towards you, but it's okay because those are not who God called to be aligned with you. And continue to tell your story. Continue to say it. And you know, for me, my life this year and my thing this year, I don't want to be behind a curtain no more. Right. Being an assistant for 10 years, I was behind that curtain, but it's time for me to take that curtain and open it and let it be known that Emily Elizabeth is here and this is my story, and let me help you through visibility, marketing, and telling your story so that you can go ahead and get to the level of success that you're looking to get to.
And Emily, this is the first step right now, this blab of you opening that curtain and you stepping out boldly saying, I am going to tell my story. I am here to stay, and I'm going to help you come out of that stuck place, because so many of us are stuck in the pain and really feeling hopeless, like there's no way that I'm going to be able to smile again. Yes, you are. Yes, you will. And we're going to show you how. It is going to take some work. I'm not going to lie. This is not an easy journey. It is hard, but it's harder to stay stuck
Bingo. It is. It definitely is.
Yes.
And even through that, I still live in fear to this day, because I still at times in my business get, I'm creating a whole new program right now that's going to be $1,000 program. I know my heart of hearts, I know that it can and it will impact many, but to charge $9.99, that's $1,000.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. It's not a lot of money for the impact that it's going to create. But I'm scared of the price, because I still live in that mindset at times. But I know I got to overcome it, because the impact that I'm creating through that Visibility Society is going to touch lives. And it's going to allow others to have the business and the success that they truly want.
Yeah. People are so visual, Emily, that when I post words on my website, some people may like it or whatever, but when I post an image, I get more views. When I post a video, I get more views, because people are a visual. I mean, it's just the way that it is on social media.
Exactly.
People respond more to memes than they do like just words on a screen. So you have to give them something,
And the Visibility Society is going to be a 4 module program: mindset, visibility mindset, because it's definitely how you show up and who you show up to be, and your why, who, and trust, and all that. And then it's going to separate branding from your brand, so it's going to break that down. So it's like, it's going to be crucial, and it's not just about images, it's not just about words, but if you're blogging, why are you not converting that blog into your social media? Why are you not, getting on a personal level? Because people want to connect with you personally, which is why I'm here today. Bingo, which is why I'm here today, to show up and tell my story, because people want to get to know who you are as a person, as opposed to just your business. And that's how you align with your customers. It's not just about, I sell clothing. Well, why do you sell clothing? What is your story behind your shirt?
Yes. What's your passion? Why did you decide this?
Exactly.
That's awesome.
I want to come out with a Visibility Society. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, first I want to thank you so much for, opening up that curtain and speaking out boldly on your story. You've already answered the second question, is what would be your advice, because you gave 3 great points, and I'm going to make sure that everyone hear those points when I do the replay. But is there anything else, any other advice that you want to give to people who are going through their endeavors right now? I mean, you've already said so many great things, and you gave so much good advice.
Build your network. Your network is your network. Know who you're with. Know who you're associating with. Know those people. My mother, and I'm today standing here saying this, and this is something I've realized this morning, and I had to shut it down this morning, is as many times as I might try with my mom, she is the most negative person, and I'm going to continue to pray for her. She's the most negative person I've ever met in my life. She'll talk about this person, she'll talk about that person, she'll talk about this, she'll talk about that, but she won't take blame for nothing she does, or will she take accountability. And she always wants to talk about the next person. So what does that do to me? It puts me in a negative mind state to where I want to go back to my old behavior. So what do I have to do? You have to separate yourself from those that are going to influence you in a negative way. Know how they make you feel. Get to a place where you can sit down at the end of the night, the house is clear, quiet, the kids are asleep, and say, who in my life is bringing me the most positivity? Right. I need to forget with that person more. But who in my life is making me want to go back and, is negative and making me think, because other people's thoughts and behaviors have a major impact on you. Yes, yeah. Definitely, hands down. Absolutely. Because it's all about energy. It really is. Energy reflects upon each other. That's how we all survive. Yeah. And if they're negative and you constantly are in that, you're going to bring out negativity. Yeah. So for me, I have to separate myself from that negativity and allow it to be. I love my mother. I'm not saying I don't. Thank you for bringing me in this world and giving me life.
Right.
Thank you. Amen. I praise you for that. I mean, I thank you. You gave me life. Thank you. But do I have to be around you? No. Can I love you from a distance? Most definitely. If you're going to make me be in a negative state that I don't want to be influenced in. So that's,
you know what, you taking that stand on putting boundaries on what you will allow in your circle, because people will disagree with the statement, but we are a product of our environment.
We are.
So we become who we hang around with. If I'm trying to get somewhere, I need to be around people who are where I'm trying to get to.
And if they disagree with it, I want them to go home and think about how they feel when they're around one person as opposed to another. How do you feel when you're with with a person that's doing things that they all want to party all the time, or all the, this and doing that? How do you feel opposed to being around a powerful woman who's doing her in business and has got her game to a T all the time and is taking care of the house, even if she does do, and is doing her little thing at a time? Okay, well, opposed to the person that's not doing what they need to do, is partying all the time and don't have the house in order. How do you feel?
Right. Do you feel drained when you leave that conversation? Exactly. It's all about how you feel when you walk away from that person. Do you feel drained or do you feel energized? And and that's where you need to start checking, like, okay, so this person is draining me. I'm going to have to limit my connection to them. And you know,
love people from afar, from a distance.
Hell yeah.
You can love people. I love my mama. Thank you. I love her. Yes. I love her with all my heart. That's my mama. But I can love her from a distance. I don't have to be around that negativity all the time. I got a choice. Do I want to feel like this sometimes, all the time, or not at all?
But you can actually influence her to be positive too by you taking that stand. Yeah,
you definitely can. But you gotta show them that you're not.
Absolutely. You have to take a stand at some point. So you know what, Emily, you've been excellent. I love it. It's really going to be hard to cut this out. You want to say something else? Hey, sweetie. Hi, cutie pie. What's your shirt say? What's your shirt say? What does your shirt say?
What does it say?
Nike.
No, it's
Mike.
No, it doesn't. I'm what's next.
Oh, yes. I love that. I need that shirt.
I'm what's next. Nike.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Next.
Yes. You're so cute.
This is my CEO, y'all. I'm not entrepreneur. It's him.
Right. He runs it. He runs the house. So send the bills to him too. All the invoices, send that to him too.
Okay. Yes. Let's get it.
But thank you so much. Listen, I'm going to connect with you after the blab, but thank you so much. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to post it. This is some really, really great stuff that I'm getting here. And just to be able to connect with strong, powerful women, not just to throw in a race, but African-American women where we support each other. That is so important. And so thank you so much for, participating. Thank you for all of the great nuggets that you dropped. I mean, you dropped some really hard knowledge here today. And so, it's still going to be up on Blab. The full video is going to be up on Blab, but I cannot wait to post it on all of the social media sites.
With my following.
Absolutely.
Get it out there too. So yes, definitely. Thank you for all that have watched this. If I've touched you, reach out to me. If you need help in business, reach out to me. I offer free 30-minute consultations. I'm doing a lot. Let's get together. Let's talk. Let's see how I can help you, how you can help me, and let's build a network. Like I said, your network is your net worth. So let's go.
Yeah. What is your contact, Emily? And I'm going to post it as well when I post the Blab. But what's your contact for people to reach you?
My email is too long, but it's EmilyElizabethVirtual@gmail.com. And you can find me at Emily Elizabeth on Facebook too. I'm definitely always on Facebook. Yes, that's where I'm at. 24/7, I'm there.
So get with Emily. Get with Emily. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye. So cute.
You taste so.